1.
Rule number 1, cold plunge. See this sign? It implies that we want you to shower your sweaty, nasty self off before you get in here. So if you've done the sauna before, the sauna is all about vasodilation. So you're opening up the blood vessels. When you get into a cold plunge or cold shower, what you're gonna do first, we're talking about vasoconstriction. So you're working both sides of the circulatory pump. You're opening things up, you're closing them down. So if you ever do these two together, you're winning big time. But if you only do one or the other, the cold plunge is gonna give you a lot more bang for your buck because it's a lot faster. You're gonna be in there for a minute or two. My recommended dose is like 2 minutes or less, okay? You're gonna do better doing this every day for like a minute than you are coming up here trying to do it 5, and then you come up with a sore throat and it just totally wears down your immune system, you get the flu, whatever it is. So I'm speaking from personal experience from doing it way too much because I thought more is cool. It usually is not in the ice bath. So 2 minutes or less is going to be a totally safe zone. So real quick, how to handle this. The hard part here is the cold shower. Everybody can jump in the cold plunge, but how do you get in the cold shower? Because it hits you in all these awkward areas. So what I do before I get in the cold shower or I get in the cold bath, I take a big breath, and then I'm gonna turn it on, and then as it hits me, I'm gonna exhale. Okay, so I take a big breath. You know, it's not really comfortable, but if you get through that first breath, you know, things are pretty good. Okay? Like I said, if you can do that, the ice bath is a total piece of cake. So now, you arrived and the cover was on. When you leave, the cover is back on as well. Now, you'll also notice there's a certain amount of water in the ice bath. Some of you bigger fellas have this desire to splash water out of the cold plunge as that exhibits some sort of intensity. Please don't do that. Keep the water in the cold plunge. We want it to stay there. So I'll get in, I'll stand here for a hot second, kind of realize, okay, this is cold. I'm gonna go through that same breathing cadence again. I'm gonna just take a couple breaths, big breath in. I always dunk my head. It's a thing I do. Do it. Some people put their arms in, whatever. I prefer to put my whole body in for a shorter duration of time than just going like waist up for a longer period of time. But you do you. So the way I'll do it, I'll stand right here for a hot second, kind of contemplate life, take a big breath in. If you make it through that, you're good. So it's just that one big breath, long, slow exhale the whole time, and then let yourself chill. Now, when you're in here, you'll have this tendency to like pucker up, tighten up, shrug your shoulders. Please don't do that. Just let everything be, okay? It's cold, realize it, let it be. Just kind of breathe your way through it. I always try to focus on slow breaths in through my nose, and then long, slow breaths out my mouth. And a lot of times, instead of using a timer here, I'll give myself 4 breaths, okay? So certain days, your nervous system can handle a little bit more, certain days it can handle a little bit less. So some days for me, I've had enough. Some days for me, you know, 4 breaths might be 2 minutes or more. Some days for me, 4 breaths might be 45 seconds, and I call it good. So you never want to overstress yourself on the ice bath. Especially, you know, during the cold and flu season, your nervous system's already a little worn down, you've got some crappy sleep, you're stressed out at work, whatever it is. Do not use this as a tool to stress you out further. You want to use this as a tool to stimulate you to feel really good. So that's why I recommend shorter duration, do it more frequently if you can. And again, you know, kind of follow our general rules, which are, you know, please shower off before you use the thing and try to keep the water in the ice bath. Don't be afraid of it. I can't say that because I'm still afraid of it after doing this for a long time. It doesn't get easier ever, but you just get more mental strength to get in and convince yourself that you'll feel really good afterwards. It's kind of like a hard workout. So you use the cold plunge, and if you can use it in concert with the sauna, it's a fantastic combo. Further, maybe that's your workout for the day. 15 minutes here, 2 minutes there. Maybe you go back and forth a couple times if you're feeling a little bit beat up. So use it. If you can't get in here to use it, now you know how to use a cold shower. Take advantage of that at home.